Hey guys, what an honor. I haven't had a chance to talk to this man in quite some time. Always one of my favorites to talk to. Of course, you know, me and Casper have spent so many moments with him throughout his career. And now he is back on Submission Radio during a very interesting time in the welterweight division. The one and only Jorge Masvidal is in the house. The BMF is here. Yeah.
What's up, my brother? How you doing, man?
Good, man. Good. I missed you, dude. I missed you. Let me ask you. You're enjoying a bit of a special treat, right? Your uncle just dropped off something very special to your house.
Yeah. Should show everybody back home real quick.
Look at this. Yeah. Wow. That's something.
Yeah, I had to eat it while it was hot. He literally just dropped it off and he had to go to work. So he hooked me up. He was kind enough to, like, you know, bam.
Love it, man. Love it. Dude, I got to ask, because right now everybody keeps hitting me up. They're always asking, what's the latest on Jorge Masvidal? What's going on with Jorge Masvidal? First thing I've got to ask from you, man, or from you is, have you had a chance to watch the latest fight in the UFC this past weekend between Leon Edwards and Sean Brady? Because a lot of people...
I can't say I watched the fight in its entirety. I did watch the highlights. And I usually don't like to go off the highlights to call out what a whole fight could have looked like, you know, because those highlights can be very direct in one way or another. So I didn't see the fight in its entirety, but I do know that Deshaun won by decisive decision. He crumpled him up, choked him out, right? Like I don't know what round it was. I think the second or third, right?
Yeah, it was a little later in the fight, but man, he basically dominated. Were you surprised though when you saw the outcome of that one?
No, not at all. I didn't think that Leon had great like wrestling like that, especially if guys could ride a little bit hard, you know. And I thought in my mind Sean could be a problem. Now I thought Leon maybe on the feet could definitely beat him, you know, if he kept the standing. But I thought Sean was going to be able to grab him because Sean Brady's got a good pace, man. He can put in the pace on guys, you know. And he's not the most athletic guy. He's not the most technical guy on the wrestling either. But he puts a pace on guys, and if he could, like, keep you in that wheelhouse where he's just stepping on the gas and you're having to wrestle him, whether he's winning the exchanges or not, he starts to wear on guys. But he didn't really have to do that with him because it looked like, at least from the highlights, that he was able to get to his moves and get in good positions off rip, you know, which taxed Leon. You know, Leon gets tired grappling, I think, you know, and it showed in that fight.
Did they try to approach you at all about fighting Leon in London for this one?
No, not for this card, no, sir.
Oh man, that would be crazy because you guys had all that history already in London, and then you go back, you guys make it happen.
Leon probably needs, like, you know, some time away from the sport. Probably he's gonna take. I don't know. Maybe he gets right back into it. Two options, right? So who knows? You know, who knows what he's gonna do?
Dude, well, they're coming back. They're coming back to Miami, UFC 314.
April 12th.
How do they come back to Miami without Jorge Masvidal on the card?
You know, we'll figure it out for the next one. We're coming back. We're gonna make it work, you know. But like I said, as long as it's like a Leon type fight, we'll definitely be the one to get it right, you know. Leon fight or get your boy where we need to be at.
Yeah, you and Leon, that's a blockbuster mega fight. We'll see what he does next. Let me ask you this. What do you think of the welterweight division now? Because the good thing is there's so many fun fights for you, right? Like there's a lot of new names. There's a lot of new people in the division. Is there anybody else that you've been watching that you've been impressed with? Anybody in there that you'd love to have a fight with if you did come back to the UFC?
Well, there's a lot of guys that are good and up and coming, hungry, skilled at all levels now. You know, and there's a lot of guys that got a big rep and name, like they're good and they ain't shit, you know, and it's like easy targets. So, you know, it's a combination of things of, you know, the guys that I would want to fight because I could get easy rankings, and then guys that are like legit badasses that are like how they fight and stuff like that.
What have you made of the new title fight being made between JDM and Belal Muhammad? And what do you make of Belal Muhammad as the new champion of the division?
I've seen Belal since I got to see Belal fight live right before his UFC debut. So I've seen Belal all through his career, and he's, you know, ever since he's been growing and growing more, he's always just kind of surprised me. Even, you know, as I saw him outside of the UFC, I didn't think too much of him. I was like, a good fighter, you know, he'd definitely be a contender at some point once he gets in there. And then when he was a contender, there was a lot of matches where I thought would be like tough matches for him, and you know, due to his size and like his skill set, wouldn't be good matches for him. And he proved me wrong. One of them being Sean Brady. I thought actually Sean Brady was going to be a very bad stylistic matchup for him, you know. So it showed his improvements in especially in his departments where he wasn't the best. Like the striking, I always thought that, you know, he wasn't able to generate the force in the beginning to knock people out. Now he started knocking people dead and putting the right technique and effort behind those shots, you know. So it really changes it up, mixed with his great conditioning and his wrestling. So that's a guy that I've seen improve so much from when he entered to being the world champion now. So I got nothing but respect for Belal. Love it that he's not the best athlete. He's not the most technical guy by far. But man, he was just willing to outwork you on that day no matter what. And I love his style. You got to kill that guy to get him out of there, you know.
Yeah, he's got a lot of. He's got a lot of
fight with Jeff Neal. I remember Jeff Neal was able to hurt him, but until Jeff Neal put him away, I mean, this guy was in his face the whole time, you know. So you know, if the fight gets rowdy and people are getting rocked, he's not gonna take a seat back, you know. And I like that, you know, that he brings out the fighter in him even when he's hurt, you know.
Jack Della as well. He's an interesting fighter too.
Tough. I like Jack.
He's a bad man. He's like in his prime. He's a bit of an Nate Diaz, Nick Diaz type. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like the new wave, you know. He could wrestle like defensively rather well. He has great scrambles. It's good size, good cardio. Like the future, you know, or not, because that's the amazing thing about fighting. He's either the future or Belal's going to continue to hold that reign. And Belal's been in the sport for a while, you know, and Jack obviously not as long. So he'd definitely be a new era of like that dominance at 170.
Let me ask you this, because I was talking to Belal. He's got nothing but respect for you. You know, he's a fan, and he was mentioning that with one win, it's very likely that you and him could meet, right? Because you're such a massive name, you just got to go into the UFC, one win, and then you're straight into another title shot. What would it mean for you to get another crack at that belt against someone like a Belal?
Oh, it would mean everything, especially against a Belal. You know, I'd have to overcome a lot of things because Belal has that style which given me a lot of troubles in the past where they could be heavy on the wrestling and kind of like, you know, make it a little bit tough for me to get off in the exchanges that usually is what I'm good at. So Belal definitely be a tough fight, but I bet all the chips on me every time, my brother. I put the house on me, man. Now, Belal's good, but there's some areas where I think I'm better than him at, and I'm going to take the fight to those areas as often as I can. Belal's a champion, though, man. I'm just some freaking retired dad, brother. So, you know, if the UFC wants to make this happen, this is what they do, brother. Give me the Leon fight, and then after that, I fight whoever has that damn belt, and then let's go, brother. Leon just came out being the champion, bro. Anybody else beats him and giving him a title shot? What would they give me? So I want you to tell your boy Dana. I know Dana's probably gonna see this because you're putting it out there. You tell Dana, hey Dana, listen. You give him Leon, then the title fight. Yeah, that's it. Olvídate lo demás. We're done with it. We need to say nothing else. That's all we're telling you.
And just for the fans to get them excited, what do you think a fight with you and Leon looks like? How do you see yourself beating him?
Oh, in every way, shape, and form. I know for one thing, he can't wrestle me for 5 rounds, so I don't have to worry about the takedowns. And I know on the feet, he's fragile compared to me. You know, just the opponents that we've faced, what he's been able to do to them, what I've been able to do for the most part, besides Usman, I've been able to put a lot of guys away that he fought and went to decision with. And the way he takes shots, the way I take shots, he's just fragile compared to me. And if we get in that cage, I'll prove it. I'm more than proving how fragile he is compared to me.
All right, guys, I just want to thank Manscaped for making sure Submission Radio is still around and pumping out the content for you. As you know, there's a lot of costs that go into making this program, and Manscaped makes it possible for me to bring the show to you. And what about this? The best grooming tools for men in the world. You go to manscaped.com/submission right now. Get your code word submission, 20% off and free shipping. I want to bring attention to the Manscaped Beard and Balls bundle. It has you covered from cheek to cheek. It's time to weed whack, hedge trim, and make sure the lawn is looking manicured for the season. Because nothing says fresh start like a sharp beard, and more importantly, a properly landscaped lawn. Join over 12 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped and use the code word submission, 20% off and free shipping right now. The Beard Hedger keeps your beard crisp like a freshly bloomed flower, while the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra clears out the underbush, because confidence grows best with the right tools. You get customizable trimming, the skin-safe technology designed to minimize nicks and irritation. And what about the long-lasting power? Enjoy up to 60 minutes of runtime with a beard hedger and 75 minutes with the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. It's waterproof design. Both devices feature waterproof design, and you can get it risk-free now. Manscaped offers a 30-day money-back guarantee. It's manscaped.com right now. Use the code word submission. Get 20% off and free shipping today. And don't forget to share it on socials with us. I'll be sharing all of your purchases through our Instagram stories, so make sure to tag us at Submission Radio. And thanks for supporting the program. And guys, I also want to talk to you about SAILY. SAILY supports this show as well with its beautiful eSIM, one of the best eSIMs on the market today. Don't line up at the airport having to change out your SIM cards. If you sign up to these local plans that lock you in for a month at a time, are you kidding me? Forget that. SAILY is so simple. Look at this right now. I jump on the app, I choose my location, I choose my plan, and boom, I am ready to go. You can use one SAILY account for all sorts of destinations. Don't create a new account every time you go somewhere else. It's cheap, it's easy. It gives you the amount of data that you need, and you get an ad blocker on there and threat protection, so it protects you from malicious malware as you travel the world. As you connect to all of these different Wi-Fis, be protected with SAILY. It is the best in the business, and I just want to tell you guys right now, you can support the show and yourself by going online and using the code word submission at SAILY, or go to saily.com/submission, or click the link in the description below. You get 15% off your first purchase. That's 15% off your first purchase, and you guys can try it right now. Go to saily.com/submission now. Support this show. Every single purchase makes it possible for SAILY to keep supporting this program and keeps the show coming out. Even more importantly, keeps you protected in all that travel. So go to saily.com right now /submission. And now back to the program. What do you think a fight week would look like between you two?
It'd be good, you know. Leon ain't gonna say a word, and the less he talks, the better we'll do with pay-per-view. So we just gotta hope that Leon's just like, I don't know, causing sick for the press conference or something, because it's like this guy starts talking, pay-per-view start dropping. So you just leave this guy at the crib chilling, play your Game Boy, your PlayStation, whatever it is. I'll sell the pay-per-views, but don't worry about it.
Hey, let me also ask you, man, for the longest amount of time, I've wanted to see you fight Conor McGregor, right? And it looked like there was one point where they were kind of discussing you versus Conor. For me, I think that's a perfect fight. You know, you versus Conor McGregor. It makes much more sense than like him versus Michael Chandler, for example. Is that still a fight that you'd be interested in? Or is it a situation now where Conor McGregor's a little bit too far gone for you and that interest is not quite there for you anymore?
Dude, that guy doesn't even know what date is. You know, like I wouldn't hold my breath on fighting this midget, you know. Especially he's confused in many things. He's not pulling the trigger on anything. You know, look at poor Michael Chandler. I don't want to be like a GoFundMe of Michael Chandler's and just be chilling there and waiting for this guy to bless me with a fight. Hell no. You know, so if that fight was actually like very tangible and, you know, something like that, and they put a big ass down payment just in case this mother midget Irish effort pulled out, then yeah, you know. That way if he pulls out, I get my little down payment no matter what, it's all good. But if not, ain't nobody waiting around for this dude.
The other name is Nate Diaz. You fought him in the UFC. I was there in New York. You've boxed him. Now he was saying that he's thinking of coming back to the UFC. Do you see a scenario where you and Nate Diaz maybe do it one more time in the UFC?
I mean, you know, until he's in the UFC, I don't know, you know. When he's in the UFC, we'll find out. That's how much I love my fans in Australia. I let this thing get cold for you guys.
Sorry, brother.
I couldn't hold it no more. I had to take a bite, man.
I appreciate it, man. Take a bite. Take a bite.
This is like bananas. They hard boil them, and they fry them, and then they get a different type of banana, which I don't know how to say it in English. And then they like squeeze it all up, and meanwhile has like seasoning on it and stuff.
Oof.
And then they like eat bacon. It's a little process, though.
Love it. Last question for me when you're done with having another bite, and that is, as we wrap up, ideally, man, I know like you've been staying active, but you want to focus in, have a camp, get ready. You mentioned you've been focused on your family and other things.
It's got little pieces of olives in it.
Oh,
like green and black olives to give it the season.
Olives with the sweetness.
Salt.
This is crazy.
Salt, meat, ground beef meat sprinkled on the top.
Getting everybody hungry out there. What's your timeline, brother? Ideally, when would you like to be in there against Leon Edwards?
I whoop that boy's ass tomorrow. He's always known since day one. Since the first day he crossed the line with me. Fa, 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 fa. So he knows, brother. Don't play that with Masvidal, brother. I'll come off the couch and whoop your ass. Look at my couch, right back. I'll come off the couch and whoop your ass, brother. So be careful what you say, Leon. But I'm just chilling right now, man. I mean, nothing's promised, man. You know, and I am 40 years old. So it's like everything got to be right. You know, you guys got to tell me. I got to see him busy, this and that, because I did kind of retire, you know. But if it's right, and you tell me, hey, we're going to take care of this, that, blah, blah, blah. We got the Leon fight. Let's go. I'm ready. Hunter, I love you, man. What's up, Hunter?
Get it going, guys. Get out there. Start demanding on Jorge Masvidal. I appreciate you, brother.
Hey, thank you, my brother. Always, man. God bless. Always love being on the show, my brother. To all my Australian fans, all my fans on that side of the world, the Kiwis, everybody. What's up? God bless. All my Usos watching. What's up? All the Super Samoans. What's up, man? God bless everybody.
God bless, brother.
That one from 305, baby.